Hi, I'm Kevin Dahani from Artfulness Studios, and today I'm going to show you a piece of equipment that I used that I referenced in the description of items needed to make the big foam wigs. This is a 16-inch Ryobi scroll saw, and this is what I use to cut all of the pool noodles and all of the foam to make the wigs for a production of Hairspray. Just wanted to say I'm not endorsing this particular product or actually even endorsing using a scroll saw to make these cuts. This is just what I prefer to use when I'm cutting foam or small pieces of wood and things like that. This particular scroll saw, I got it from Home Depot. I think it was about 199 bucks for this size. I've seen them anywhere from $100 all the way on up, depending on the brand and what size that you use. So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do a demo for how to cut the pool noodles, and also just a quick demo cutting the acoustic or upholstery foam that I also use to make some of the wigs. So first thing about this, you have to be extremely careful if you decide to use something like this. There are no guards on this blade, and so if you want to keep your fingers, you have to pay very close attention when you're operating this and be extremely careful. In other words, use at your own risk. Again, I am not endorsing you to use this product. So, all right, I'm going to show you how I cut the pool noodles. And normally, the pool noodle would be its full length. This is just a little piece that I'm using for demonstration purposes. So the idea, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a strip, rotate it, cut another strip, and just keep going all the way around until I can't basically cut it anymore. All right, so here we go. Again, being very careful and mindful of what you're doing. Okay, so as you can see, this cut, I don't know, this is maybe a good healthy 1/4 inch, maybe even more, maybe even 3/8 of an inch of a strip. Normally, like I said, this would be the full length of the pool noodle. I would cut a whole strip. The next thing, I'm just gonna cut this up and show you what I do. I keep going, I turn it, rotate it. Cut another strip, rotate it. I'm gonna try to keep my arm out of the way so you can see. Rotate the noodle, keep going. You can cut it down, you can get quite a bit out of the pool noodles. This is a small pool noodle, but if you get the bigger, fatter ones, you can get a lot more strips. Okay. For a lot of the wigs that I made, you'll notice that the pool noodles, the first layer that you cut off, have like a real shiny side, and then the next layers is just the inside of the pool noodle, and it's fine. It kind of actually just adds some texture and dimension to your wigs. I kind of save the shiny, nice, smooth sides for the outside hair on the wigs, and I use kind of a lot of the inside of the wigs, the inside of the pool noodles. Again, you don't have to use a scroll saw to cut the pool noodles. You can use, for example, an electric carving knife, the thing that you use to cut up your Thanksgiving turkey. You can also use like a box cutter knife. That would be like my absolute least, personally, my least favorite thing to use to cut this up, just because I don't think it cuts. It's kind of jagged when it cuts. When this scroll saw makes a cut, it's so smooth and it's so nice, and like I said, you can really sort of control the thickness that you want of your strips. That's why it's an ideal choice. The electric carving knife, it's not bad. Again, it's not quite as precise, and it leaves a lot of sort of rough jaggediness on the inside of the pool noodles. So that's how you use how I use a scroll saw to cut the pool noodles. And for the acoustic foam, I'm just going to show you how I did that. It's pretty simple. It's the same technique that you would use if you were cutting wood or whatever. And for the acoustic foam wigs, you're just cutting lots and lots and lots of layers of different sizes of the wig to build them up to give them their shape. All right, so I'll just show you real quick how you do this. Normally, I would have had like a pattern drawn out on the foam. Just turn this on, you lay it flat, and I'll cut like a teardrop shape, for example. Okay, so that was a real quick and dirty teardrop shape. Normally, I would have gone a lot slower. I would have been much more precise around the edges. But you see how nice and smooth that edge is? You're not going to get as smooth of an edge with an electric carving knife, though it's not bad. It's a close second. If you don't feel like operating, one of these, the electric carving knife works great. So that's it. That's how you cut pool noodles and acoustic foam using a scroll saw.